Good evening. Jack Shadow here, Lord of the Dark Domain. It's time once again when I leave the high halls of Castle Shadow to descend into the cold, dripping cellars far below. Down into the crypts. Do you like ghost stories? Urban legends? Spine-tingling scary stories? Yes? Then join me tonight as I present another one of my cryptic tales. Gather close, if you dare. Now let's conjure up another chiller from the Book of Shadows, shall we? Tonight, the story of a secret cabal that has ruled from the shadows for centuries. They own your screens, your medicines, your leaders, your thoughts. They install presidents with smiles and ballots. They kill cures before they're born. They demand perfect obedience, and they get it, whether you realize it or not. So turn the lights down low and pull that blanket up around you tight. I call tonight's tale The Chosen One.
Daniel Harper was the kind of journalist people still trusted. 41, award-winning investigative reporter, known for exposing corruption without conspiracy rants. He believed in the system, flawed but fixable. His hero was President-elect Nathaniel Cross, the handsome, eloquent, seemingly incorruptible man who had swept the election on promises of transparency, free healthcare, and technological breakthroughs. Daniel had covered Cross's campaign from the beginning. He admired the man. He believed in him. Then the anomalies started. First, a quiet memo leaked from a major pharmaceutical giant. A revolutionary cancer treatment, 98% effective in trials, was shelved the day before approval. The reason in the internal email: project conflicts with fulfillment timeline. Daniel dug. Every promising cure in the last 20 years had met the same fate. Always the same quiet word in the background. Fulfillment. Then the entertainment files. Every major studio, every streaming platform, every music label answered to the same handful of unseen investors. Scripts were rewritten overnight. Songs were pulled. The few stars who spoke out disappeared or self-destructed in perfectly timed scandals. But most in Hollywood held the same lockstep opinion, which they voiced in unison, pushing the narrative of the week. Daniel kept digging. He found the pattern. Every world leader who rose to real power had one thing in common: a single night, years earlier, when they attended a private gathering. After that night, their careers became unstoppable. Their scandals vanished. Their opponents crumbled. Hollywood adored them. The media raved over them. The gatherings were always in the same place, a secluded estate in the Swiss Alps known only as the Summit. Daniel got an invitation. He went. The night was everything he feared and worse. World leaders, media moguls, tech billionaires, all smiling, all obedient. In the center of the room stood Nathaniel Cross, not yet president, but clearly in command. Daniel hid in the shadows and listened. Cross spoke quietly to a circle of men in tailored suits. The final phase begins after the inauguration. The population is softened. The cures are buried. The screens are ours. In 7 months, we install the vessel. The world will cheer as the Antichrist takes the throne, and they will never know they begged for it. Daniel's blood ran cold. He tried to leave, quietly ducking out of the back of the room. He ran down a long hallway, but security was too tight. 2 men positioned themselves in front of him and pointed guns at him. "You're not going anywhere, sir. End of the road for you." They caught him. As Daniel struggled, he felt a sharp pinch on the side of his neck and everything went dark. The next morning, Daniel woke in a sterile room. Cross sat beside the bed, smiling the same warm smile the world loved. "You were so close," Cross said gently. "You almost exposed us. But you made one mistake. You didn't expect the Antichrist to be so charming. You trusted me." Daniel tried to speak. His voice wouldn't come. Cross leaned in. "We don't kill journalists anymore. Too messy. We simply repurpose them." He placed a small device against Daniel's temple. The last thing Daniel remembered was Cross whispering, "Welcome to the Cabal, Daniel. You're going to help us install the new order." 3 weeks later, the world celebrated President Nathaniel Cross's inauguration. The new press secretary who stood beside him during the swearing-in was Daniel Harper, smiling, polished, loyal. He gave the first official press briefing with perfect poise. Inside his head, the real Daniel screamed silently. He would scream forever. The Cabal had won again, and the vessel they had waited centuries to place on the world stage had just taken the oath of office.
And so the world keeps turning, smiling, cheering, never realizing the script was written long before the curtain rose. Because the most dangerous power isn't controlled by force. It's controlled by belief, by trust freely given and never questioned. Somewhere behind every screen, every speech, every promise, something is still watching to see if you're paying attention. So tell me in the comments, if evil was standing right in front of you wearing a perfect smile, would you recognize it? Or would you applaud like everyone else? Subscribe if these scary stories chill your blood. I'll have more cryptic tales coming soon, so be sure to turn on the notifications. I hope you enjoyed tonight's story. Join me next time for more frightening fun as I present another of Jack Shadow's cryptic tales. Until we meet again, I bid you adieu, my children of the night.